When I, female, 52 years old, married my husband Dan, male, 55 years old, 27 years ago, we decided to buy a home for us instead of having a big wedding. When I, female, 52 years old, married my husband Dan, male, 55 years old, 27 years ago, we decided to buy a home for us instead of having a big wedding. We build onto that home as our family grew and have worked very hard to afford everything we have. Our two sons, male, 26 years old, male, 23 years old, have grown up with these values. They both had full-ride academic scholarship to college and are now. When our eldest first got a job right out of college, we discussed him moving out. But with rent, it would take a long time for him to save, especially if it meant getting to live, i.e., having some fun while saving up, like travel or eat well or date. We came to a decision to remodel our upstairs into 2 small apartments, so both our kids can keep living here as long as they need to and move out once they can afford to buy their own. My younger sister Nancy, female, 42 years old, got divorced recently. She has 2 kids, female, 15 years old, and male, 10 years old. Her ex-husband's business had some issues and they were hugely in debt and renting even before divorce. She asked if my sons cannot move out, seeing as they earn well and do not have her responsibilities, that she and her family would benefit more from. I told her as much. She said she needs my help more. To think of my niece and nephew. My minor niece and nephew and single mom sister, she has whole custody since her husband has no room for them. He is ordered to pay, yes, but apparently don't have any money to. I did talk to my kids. Not from my sister's angle though. I do not want to guilt them into leaving the house. Just casually checking on if they are anywhere near to having sufficient savings for down payment. Neither does. My older one is closer to his dream amount, but rather keeps saving so he has a better safety net. My sister and some extended family she told this to is calling me and my family AHs, especially my sons, saying they are grown-ass men and should be moving out anyway. My husband and I told you no. Now that you have tried to circumvent us, the actual homeowners, the answer is not until the oceans dry to sand and the mountains crumble into their empty abysses. My thoughts exactly. As soon as she called the sons to guilt trip them, any discussion would have been off the table. If this is true, what kind of shack only has 1 bedroom in it? Can you build another apartment onto it? Why didn't your boys rent an apartment together? Are they really living rent-free with no utility payments? The girlfriend sucking up utility services. You can't be assured that you will always be in tip-top condition financially, especially if you have health issues. What else can you come up with to help your sister and those kids that you think you won't be blessed for? You are not your sister is. Don't you dare allow your boys to move out. You, as parents, made this independent living arrangement possible for your children, and no way should it be forfeited to accommodate your, sister. Tell the family to take up a collection to get oldest to his goal, and then the space will be available. That's the only way this will work out. They're tenants, anyway. It could end up being a whole legal process to get them out. Tell the family to take up a collection and give it to the whiny sister instead. If they're all so concerned about her situation, step on up. Have the sons live together temporarily so they can keep saving. Let sis and her kids move into the small apartment one of the sons left. This can be a temporary situation while she gets things straight. No one is particularly happy, but your sister's kids are in a safer situation than before. Not you or your sons. The most reasonable solution is for all those buying into your sister's narrative. They can take her in and her 2 young school-age children. That way, they can all get together and work out who is going to help her finance until she gains employment. Plus, with child minding. It is never ending with these self-absorbed people like your sister. About time she grew up, faced reality. How many people does she know? Where 3 extra are added to a household rent-free. Have a talk with your sons and let them know family helps family. I understand wanting to help them save, but they would have contributed to the renovations and certainly would have paid rent from day one. You can't have everything. They could have paid you and you in turn grow the money and bless them when time was up. It's hard because the market has changed. They can rent a home together and still save to buy. As adults, it's time for them to work out their future. They can include: why would she tell her sons they have to leave their home because their aunt is in a bad spot due to poor financial management? They literally have nothing to do with their aunt's decisions. Wow, guilting you. You are not required to remedy a problem others create for themselves. I'm sorry. She should have been taking care of her family finances, not the kid's fault. They shouldn't suffer for her. Doesn't the sister get support from her ex? What about her ex supporting his own children? Your kids should stay as long as they need and want to. She should have prepared better for her life, just like you and your husband did. Don't let her guilt trip your kids. Your sister has a lot of nerve. Your sister has a lot of nerve to think that you should make your sons move out so she has a place to live. The apartment you had built was literally for them. It was not for other family members. You don't owe her anything. We are doing pretty much the same thing. My kids really don't want to live with us, but we talked about rent and mortgages, etc. We told them to live with us for at least 2 years so they could save and not be living paycheck to paycheck. They are respectful of the space and to us, so it's working out. We also talked about Roth IRAs and how to plan for the future. I wish my parents did the same. I'd be in a much better position. It's your house, and as such, you set the rules. Your children are allowed to live in your home as you are their parents. It's not your fault that your sister's situation is what it is. Seeing as she's the parent to those minor children, it is her responsibility to see that she provides for them. She can't mooch off of you. Those children have parents, and those parents need to make every effort to have a roof over those children's head. No, you are not the in this situation. Oh, hell no. She had no right to call your sons. You gave he an answer. Sorry, your sister is in that position, but she is a grown-ass adult with kids of her own. Figure it out. How is any of what you do her business? Can your sons share an apartment for a brief time to let her get on her feet? Hard move-out date. She is family too. You do not have room for her. Period. As to your sister, sounds like she'd turn into a permanent mooch in a New York minute. I think that if they didn't hold up their agreement with you to save up, you need to collect rent. If they are seriously saving, that's one thing, but if they're actually mooching, you know what to do. Not the jerk. Freaking your family who is in your business. You made good choices, and you are setting up your children for success in this economy, and that's the best gift any parent could give. Your boys don't deserve any guilt, and I would go no contact with the people who have inserted themselves into your business. It's not your responsibility to make up for your sister's choices. None of them have offered to open their homes to her and her kids, right? Aren't they also grown-ass people? To expect you to bend to her wishes is manipulation. Neither of my brothers has any money to speak of. One has his house paid for. The other rents and pays his obligations timely. They never asked for a dime from me. It can be done. She needs financial education. Try Catholic Charities or Lutheran Social Services. They often have financial training classes. It will be hard, but she will be better off in the long run. You owe her nothing. While I understand your sister's predicament, it's not your issue. It's hers. Ignore what others say. You are doing what works for your family, and that is all that matters. Both my adult sons live at home, 20 and 27, because of the cost of living. Your sister can get as mad as she wants. She needs to fix her own situation and stop looking at you for an easy way out of her situation. The apartments aren't vacant. She has no right to ask you to evict your kids. If they were empty, I wouldn't rent to her. You and your husband would be on the hook to support her and hers for the rest of your life. If those apartments ever become vacant, rent them for money. Let me tell you, let them say what they want. You made plans for your children. Your sister will figure it out because she will have to. The entitlement of people these days makes me absolutely rage. If she has young kids, she will not be homeless. The council will see to that. I'm afraid I would block anyone who tries to tell me what to do with my home and my money. Why aren't these other family members taking them in? No, you're not. Whether they are 7, 17, 27, 37. Those are your kids. Your sister isn't owed a goddamn thing from you. I'm sure that none of the people taking her side in this have opened their homes to your sister and her kids. Stand your ground. It takes an incredible amount of audacity to decide her needs supersede your son's living at home. No, you and your husband have created a safety net for your children. Your boys are aware of their aunt's challenges. If they want to help, that 9S something they can do, but will also compromise their own futures. Your sister needs help, but she must look at every option, not just you as her savior. What do you think? Share your verdict in the comments.